Keto The Raw Facts by Dr. Phillip Osmond Clark, ND. Narrated by the author.
I'm going to come right out and say it. The keto diet is dangerous for some people, some time, and, dare I say, even those without pre-existing medical or health issues. Before I, as you Americans say, dive into the details, let me again remind you that no diet, keto, paleo, Atkins, or whatever next happens to flood popular consciousness, there is no one-size-fits-all. This, of course, is obvious, but the obvious is often forgotten in many areas of our lives, is it not? Especially in the case of diets, particularly those excitedly promoted by our favourite celebrities. And since we, for some reason, which continues to elude me, consider them beings of superior intelligence and good taste, we scramble to follow their lead, while supplies last, as the adverts say. As we're all well aware, weight loss is the primary reason people flock to the keto diet. And while it can produce fast weight loss results, that loss, like your last sinfully delicious dessert, does not last. One of the main negatives of the keto diet is that it's hard to follow and can be heavy on red meat and other fatty, processed and salty foods that are notoriously unhealthy. Another big red flag is that we don't know much about its long-term effects, probably because it's so hard to stick to. It's also important to remember that yo-yo diets that lead to rapid weight loss fluctuation are associated with increased mortality, something that none of us needs. And unlike many other diets, keep in mind keto is unforgiving if you fall off the wagon. Just one guilty slice of potato can be enough to knock you completely out of ketosis. Swinging back to the other side, we found that the keto diet reduces seizures in children, sometimes as effectively as medication. Because of these neuroprotective effects, questions have been raised about the possible benefits for other brain disorders, such as Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, multiple sclerosis, sleep disorders, autism, and even brain cancer. However, there are no human studies to support recommending ketosis to treat these conditions. So the bottom line with the dangers of the keto diet is, like anything you have little, sketchy, or no knowledge about, do your homework and get all the facts before diving in. In the following chapters, I'll break down the facts and the fiction of this diet to help you make an informed and nutritionally sound decision. Chapter 2. Keto Pros and Cons. As we've discussed earlier, the keto diet is predominantly made up of high-fat foods, including butter, oils, meat, fish, eggs, and cheese, and very low-carb vegetables such as cauliflower and leafy greens. This forces the body to burn fat for fuel rather than glucose, and in order to maintain that state, known as ketosis, followers typically restrict their carbohydrate intake to less than 50 grams a day. And as protein can also be broken down into glucose, that has to be restricted as well. So, by anyone's standards, a tough regime to stick to. Adherents even have to limit their fruit intake. Being low in fiber, high in saturated fat and red meat, and extremely restrictive, the keto diet does not really align with nutritional guidelines. The diet's critics say it is, at best, a passing trend, and at worst, a socially acceptable form of disordered eating. Its followers, however, on the flip side, swear by it for weight loss and health, sometimes with a fanatical passion. The reality is that claims about the keto diet have been blown way out of proportion, driven by anecdote, hyperbole, and its celebrity following. As a nutritional doctor, I'm interested in the evidence. Is it possible
Sample complete. Ready to continue?